guys, we've gone through the meat and potatoes of the bike with the used bike spotlight portion of the video, but now we're going to go a little bit deeper into what makes this thing so special in the check this out section is what I like to call it. And the first thing I want to check out is the front end, okay? Anybody who saw my videos, I've done quite a few of them, and I've never been a huge fan of like the big wheel bagger, you know, the ones with the big huge 26-inch wheels and things like that, you know, because what happens is you negate one of the best front ends in the business, okay? The Harley-Davidson center drive front end is designed for the wheel size on purpose, okay? If you start going too tall on that, and I'm not going to go too deep into the center drive front end, that is on the evolution of a road glide video in case you want to check that out. We'll go deeper into that, but you know, whenever you've got a center drive front end and you go too tall on the front wheel, then you actually have to put a fall away front end on it, and it negates the best front end in the industry. Now what we've done here, okay, with the Native Customs Fat Bagger 181 kit up here is you've added a fatter front end that's going to give you the same size front tire as you do on the rear tire, okay, because the new ones have got a 180 on them as well. So you're going to have the better track and trail, okay, and it's going to roll on the edge of the tire the same on both sides. So it's going to hold the turns a lot better and give you more stance, which is going to be something important whenever you're building up that motor, okay? Now you've got the new dual cartridge system on the front end, okay, that's going to make these handle like an inverted front fork system. So whenever you combine that with this fat front tire, it's really going to help you to put that power to the ground that this Roadthug produces and really give you a good quality ride as well as the flash and flare. Now, one of the cool things about the Roadthug series is it's not just going to be adding paint and powder coating and custom pieces, you know, just frills. You know, the bike's actually set up to perform and to handle better than standard would be anyway. Progressive suspension systems are usually put into play on this one. The front end is done with a progressive shock. You've got the motor upgrades, which on this one, what they've done, okay, now this is a 2017. Okay, this is the first year of the Milwaukee 8 motor, and that motor started off as 107 cubic inches. Now, for those of us that are used to running a twin cam, that 107 laid you back in the seat. It was absolutely a hell of a performance power. But Harley still wanted to go bigger with it, and that's what they started to do. So what we did is we got our hands on this 107 and we beefed it up ourselves, okay? And what we did is we put an S&S 475 cam system in it, and then we put a gear-driven cam system in there as well. And then if that wasn't enough, we went ahead and we took a set of 114 cubic inch high flow heads and put them on there as well. So this thing is just running like a scalded dog. I mean, just rips and gets no matter where you want to go. But with the 475 cam, it's still a good rideable machine. It's got a great lope whenever you start it up and she's rattling down the road, man. You can really tell that you got something special underneath there. But again, it's still rideable, and that's something that's really important. Whenever you've got a really nice custom performance bagger like this, it's still a bagger. So you still want something that you're going to be able to take and ride for, you know, long distance trips and not have to worry about the motor itself going out, because a lot of the times when you're dealing with high performance, you're dealing with high maintenance. So 114 heads, 475 cam, and S&S gear driven cams as well. So she's ready for the long haul. Now, one of the downfalls a lot of people feel about the Road King is you don't have a fairing system, because with a fairing you don't get a stereo. Well, that's not always true, okay? Now, I'm somebody who doesn't like to be behind a fairing usually. I mean, on my old Dyna, I got a little quarter fairing on there, but nothing too dramatic. You know, I like that wind to break on my face a lot of the times. So, you know, people like me don't want something up in there, and I mean, sometimes you can feel it takes away from the lines. Well, what we've done here, okay, is we've added a Rockford Fosgate system to it, okay? You've got two 6x9s back here in the saddlebags, all right? And then you've got two big old 6s up here, okay? Now the big 6s are Diamond Audio, the back are Rockford Fosgate, okay? And then we've got a Rockford Fosgate amp back here that's pushing the whole thing and giving it some massive power. Now, plain and simply, to drive or to power it, you're just going to use your cell phone. You know, get a phone clamp, clip it up here if you want to, Bluetooth it in. Bluetooth? Yeah, that's right, Bluetooth. You've got this great module hidden right here underneath of the seat, and really all you got to use that module for is to be able to talk and get this to communicate with your phone. So that way it's tucked up under here, not taken away from the aesthetics of the bike. But you do have a pause, a plus, a forward, a negative, you know, a skip button, so to speak, like that. But once you Bluetoothed your phone into it, okay, all the controls are going to be on the phone. So that way you don't have to worry about all that other stuff, and that way you can keep the fluidity or the continuity of the style of the bike. Yeah, I'm throwing up the $5 words at you today. To get the style points of a good Road King, but have you thumping when you're going down the roads. I mean, you know, people are definitely going to be turning their heads by the sound of the exhaust and by the sound of that Rockford Fosgate audio system. Everybody knows they're one of the best in the business. And again, I can't stress this enough whenever it comes to the Roadthug series. Oh yeah, you can see it right there, Roadthug. Nice setup. Like I said, the paint's really good on it. And that's really cool. You know, I mean, style points are great, custom bikes are great because everybody's custom bike is styled to express their own individuality. But what I like about these, about these Roadthugs is what's underneath, how they set it up for performance, they set it up for handling, they set it up for getting out there and doing what they should do. I mean, this bike traditionally came with an extended back. Okay, the stretch bags from the motor company, everybody was going pretty crazy over them because all the fat baggers and everything, they're getting that long dragging style tail end. But what does that do? It hampers your cornering ability. So if you go to throw it down, you're grabbing up them bags. You can't do anything serious in it. And with this one, all that power and all that energy that we put into the motor, you want to be able to get that to the ground, okay? Get that out. And the best way to do it is with a 2-in-1 exhaust system. Now this one we did the Vance and Hines, all right, with the high output on it, so you've got performance, driven, and a great sound to boot. But with a 2-in-1 exhaust, you can't fit it underneath the stretch bag. Well, you don't want a stretch bag, which one is a powerful exhaust and a great lean angle. So, shorter bags, 2-in-1 exhaust, deeper lean, better handling, all to put the power to the ground. I mean, that's what it's really all about, that ride. I mean, you know, style is great, you know, and that's, you've got style for days on a Roadthug, but, you know, whenever you just pull up to that stoplight and that guy that's over there on that, you know, custom pro chopper, you know, just rattling everything off of it, you know, whenever that light goes green, you're gonna dust them. You're gonna do it with your stereo blaring and comfortable. So, the Roadthug, accept no substitutions.